I'm listening to about what's coming out about Ashlee Janae, the more I'm starting to realize that A, she really didn't know this man. She really didn't know him. B, nor did the parents. Which leads me to believe that she was only with this man for his money, and any red flags that she saw, she completely ignored them. Because like I said, there had to have been red flags. She just ignored them. It's very much giving she did not fucking know this man. And it's so scary to think that you're in another country and the man that you supposedly love is literally killing you. Literally fucking killing you. I think I lost a lash. Literally fucking killing you. Like, I'm so afraid of what she was probably seeing. Like, he probably like literally looked like a fucking demon. Like, he literally looks like one. Like, what the fuck? Ladies, stop dating men for money. You don't know who you're dealing with. And I'm gonna tell that to myself.
More details are being exposed by the minute, and the story is only getting murkier, and everyone is waiting on the official autopsy results. Attention is now turning heavily toward her fiancé, the cryptocurrency mogul, with growing suspicion surrounding his events. Now, early reports claim that hotel staff discovered Ashlee, then other reports surfaced saying that her fiancé, some are calling her husband, found her. Now there's another twist. Her engagement ring has reportedly been discovered with stains, and the details alone here are raising serious eyebrows. A lot of people are questioning the original narrative. Many simply aren't buying that Ashlee unalived herself, and her family has said that they were called before her unaliving, but they aren't sharing much more details after that. So now the questions are stacking. Why are there conflicting reports? What exactly happened? Where was the ring discovered? And why are the events not quite adding up here? Are there any surveillance cameras that captured anything relevant? And has her fiancé given a consistent timeline? What will the autopsy results reveal? Right now, nothing is confirmed. Check out these clips. Like, comment, share, and subscribe below. Thank you for watching.
So they have released more details about the death of 31-year-old Ashlee Janae that unfortunately was unalived and or self-unalived herself over there in Tanzania, everybody. But it does seem like this situation is getting kind of shaky to me. To where I'm leaning towards there was some foul play in this situation, and I believe that the police are starting to believe that there may be foul play into this situation. Let's go over these updates. It says a CEO and crypto hedge fund manager is facing questions in Tanzania following the death of his 31-year-old Portland-based fiance, lifestyle influencer Ashlee Janae. Tanzania police say they have seized the passport for asymmetric financial founder Joe McCann pending the results of an autopsy, adding that venture capitalist continues to be questioned, according to the statement issued on Tuesday morning. They said that Joe McCann previously worked as a senior director at Microsoft. According to a company biography, he has described himself as living in Miami, but previously lived in a $1.3 million home in Portland's Northwest Heights neighborhood with his ex-wife. Now, they did say that they got a divorce back in 2024. But even with this information, I truly feel like whatever argument that took place, that is very important. So therefore, they need to check both of their phones, seize both of their phones, try to get whatever information from their phones that they can get. What were they texting about even after they separated them from room to room? Also, they may have even had iPhones. So y'all know sometimes people have the settings on their iPhones where it automatically records the conversation. So I feel like they need to check those voice memos as well. Because you know when you do the recording on the phone, it tends to go over to the notes. They need to check through the notes and such like that and everything to try to see if any of those calls that may have came between the two of them were in there. Check the phone logs and see if they were calling and talking to each other while they was in separate rooms, due to the fact that they did say that after they were separated and such like that, Ashlee Janae was not found until later on that day. So therefore, that leads me to believe that there was plenty of time in between where they could have tried to reconcile and come together, and or something could have ended up happening. I would think that they would have had some type of video footage there and such like that. And somebody did come up with another analogy where they said that they felt like it was one of the resort workers. So somebody that was working there. You never know. Somebody that was working there may have done this or something like that, seeing the opportunity to see that fiance and fiance was arguing with each other and they ended up having to be separated. Somebody could have saw an opportunity. But at the same time, we cannot automatically just deflect the fact that this could end up being a cell phone unaliving. It all depends on that argument. It all depends on how emotional Ashlee Janae may have been. The staff did say that they felt like they were worried about her safety and such like that and her well-being. So therefore, they did call the authorities. But at the same time, sometimes with funny situations, we all know that lies can be told and such like that. And we all know that this has a lot of power to make decisions and such like that. But since that Tanzania is withholding that passport from Joe McCann, I truly feel like they're doing a thorough investigation in this situation. And I am looking forward to see what other details they come out in this situation, because I'm truly hoping that they get to the bottom of what truly happened to 31-year-old Ashlee Janae. And again, rest in peace to 31-year-old Ashlee Janae, as well as prayers and love to our family, everybody. Continue to send them prayers and love, everybody. If y'all got any more details on the family, make sure y'all go over there and show them some love as well.
Let's talk about Ashlee Janae. So it's no secret that this story sounds fishy, right? However, I do not play the blame game because I don't want to come on here and make an apology video because I was wrong, because I accused someone of doing something. So I'm just going to state what everyone already knows. Now, her fiance is a trader, and I guess that's how they made their money. He dabbled in crypto, did really, really well. I don't know if he was in stocks or whatnot. She was found unresponsive after an altercation with her fiance. Now, this is new news that the authorities have taken him in and have started questioning him. Don't know if he's still being detained, but that's where we're at right now. The next part of this story goes to the GoFundMe. People are upset because they're like, hey, this person was rich. Why is she needing a GoFundMe? Why can't the husband pay for it? Now, this is an interesting part, because if you love her so much, this is your fiance, this is your ride or die, right? Why aren't you paying the $10,000 to $20,000 to send her body back home? It kind of makes you look suspicious in a way. And the last part that I'm going to touch on is the disrespect that she's receiving from black men. Now, I don't agree with this. I don't care what a person does or says. After they have passed on to the next world, whatever y'all believe in, I feel like that person should be respected, because it shows that you are the bigger person. Oh, she was talking about black men, so I don't care what happened to her. Good riddance. Come on. Is that appropriate? I didn't watch their content. I didn't even know who they were. But I never fixed my mouth to speak bad on someone who has passed away. You don't have to like who she was or what her image was, but at least respect her as a human being.
So apparently, Joe the creep has a little fetish. Let's just say a fetish his wife couldn't take care of, I guess. And I don't understand why men like this don't find the love of their life. Because if you don't get everything that you desire, or you feel like the person isn't enough for you, Leave them alone and find somebody worthy. Meaning, if you like certain things done and that person is not into it, leave that person alone so somebody else can come along and treat them the way they want to be treated. And you find who you need. There's a lot of freaky bitches in this world. Find you one. So apparently they was fighting for 4 days. 4 days. 10 people got locked up. You heard what the fuck I said. 10 people got locked the fuck up. Apparently, Joe was leaving Janae at the hotel and was going to have sexual relations with other women over there in Africa. Keep in mind that they did say that the fight was so bad they had to separate them, and it was 10-minute distance walking from each other. So at 2, 3 in the morning, Joe decides to go and do a welfare check on his future wife, knowing that you're still legally married to your old wife. I want to know how the fuck did you think that was gonna work? I honestly feel like in his head, in his Delulu head, he really thought he was gonna have multiple wives, and they just was gonna have to deal with it. Like I said, certain people take certain things a little too literal. So because she wasn't jacking your lifestyle or jacking certain things you was doing, especially when y'all on vacation and you just proposed to her, it's supposed to be a special moment. You over here wanting to involve other people in y'all moment, and because she wasn't jacking it, you took her out and then staged it and then went back. It's giving very much he thought he was a diddler. He might have thought he was Epstein. I don't know. But that motherfucker need to be in jail. Or somebody need to take him the fuck out. And I said what the fuck I said. Because ain't no way you took somebody across seas and took their motherfucking life. And it's not like she didn't have nothing going on for herself. So she wasn't with the nigga for the money. She had her own bag. She was a video vixen. She was in multiple rappers' videos. Cardi B even spoke about her because Cardi know who she is. So with that being said, it's a lot of shit going on. Y'all better stay woke, stay fucking dangerous. R.I.P. to Janae Ashlee. She didn't deserve that. May you get the justice you deserve, baby girl.
True crime community, if you have not heard of this case, please listen up. This is a brief summary on the case of Ashlee Robinson, or Ashlee Janae as she goes by on social media. So Ashlee is a Portland-based influencer who went on vacation with her then boyfriend to Tanzania. So Ashlee and her boyfriend arrive at this beautiful hotel in Tanzania, which I'm going to show you pictures of because you're going to want to go there right away, but let's not get distracted. Anyway, the couple arrives at the hotel on April 4th. April 5th is Ashlee's birthday. They decide to celebrate it, and what would you know? He decides to propose on her birthday, to which she accepts. Here's a beautiful video of their little engagement. I'm not gonna lie, I was wondering if that was a real tiger, and in fact it is. How freaking cool. But again, let's not get distracted. So Ashlee calls her mother, she calls her friend, she's so excited about this engagement. She posts to social media how excited she is for the next chapter ahead and to spend it with her fiance. Then, on April 8th, there's reportedly a huge argument between the couples, so much so that people are reporting it to hotel staff. The hotel staff asked the couple to separate for the night, and they put Ashlee actually in another hotel room. You sometimes see this in like domestic violence situations where the cops are called and they ask for one party maybe to cool off for the night, go somewhere else for the night, come back to it in the morning. In this case, the hotel staff thought it would be a good idea to separate the couple for the night to stop it from escalating further. So Ashlee goes to this other hotel room, right? Her now fiance, Joseph McCann, should be cooling off in his own room. But he decides 2 to 3 hours later, let me go check on Ashlee and let me bring a security guard just in case. Sadly, they find Ashlee there with a belt around her neck and the belt attaching to a door. She's rushed to the hospital. The fiance calls the mother and lets her know that Ashlee is in the hospital, but unfortunately she passes away. McCann has been questioned by police and his passport has been confiscated by authorities. They're saying he's not a suspect right now, but is a witness to this pending autopsy results. So right now the Tanzania police are treating this as a schmoocide, but are keeping the case open. McCann is not allowed to leave the country. So McCann remains in the country at the moment. The autopsy results have not been released, the U.S. Department is involved, and her family is just absolutely distraught because they don't think she did something like this. They're saying it's impossible. She was so happy on all those phone calls. So I don't know. I got questions. Like, I need to know. I need to know more about their relationship. I need to know, how long were they dating? Have they done this before? Do they get into quarrels often? I need the autopsy results. I have questions. I have lots of questions. Lots of questions. And I think our whole true crime community should be questioning this case, because it's screaming a lot out to me right now. It's telling me to look more into it. So let's do it.
Okay, so everybody must be like confused or something, or like, I don't know, like what the hell's going on right now. But I just want to say this shit. To those that actually self-hate themselves, when I say self-hate, I mean hate your own race. I want y'all to know y'all hate yourselves, right? Y'all do know that, right? In the great words of Malcolm X, who taught you how to hate yourself? I look on my timeline and all I see is a bunch of shit about what Ashlee said. And I keep saying this stuff again, and I'm going to repeat myself until I can't repeat myself no more. I did not know her. I only knew of her the couple of times that I was on Clubhouse with Munna and Twin and the people we're in the rooms with. That's it. These tweets, I never paid attention to. But y'all have to understand, at the end of the day, this is a black woman, bro. It's a black woman. This is a black woman that lost her life. There were so many other cases of black women losing their lives to their white spouses. And then again, it's an ongoing occurrence and pattern that's going on. And I feel like if we don't speak out about it, if we don't raise awareness about what's going on in the community, especially with black men that talk bad about black women, and then they date outside their race and still talk bad about black women. I mean, like, bro, it's got to stop. I don't understand this whole division. You are black. At the end of the day, when you die, you're going to be black. This is what God created us to be. I will never be ashamed of myself. I will never be ashamed of personal experiences. Yeah, I got my heart broken by the sisters. So what? That is my own personal experiences. But people feel like they can use things against you. And when you share those experiences, they use it against you. Even as a woman, what she said is being used against her. And it's such a hypocritical thing, bro. Like, we have got to do better, bro. We have to do better. And it starts within us. It starts with us and only us. Rest in peace, Ashlee. Y'all need to let this go. At the end of the day, what's done is done. Let's try to get her justice, and let's just stop all the narratives that's going on where black men can't love black women, and black women don't care about black men. That's y'all business. But just remember this. Y'all gonna forever be black. There's not one thing y'all can do unless y'all probably bleach your skin. Maybe that's what y'all want to do. I don't know, and I do not care. But I'm speaking on it specifically because it's just a lot of bashing going on when this family just wants justice. That's it. Let the family have justice. Condolences to the family once again. I must add that. And let's just real life, for once in our lives as a race, focus on the issues at hand with these women that are getting murdered by their spouses. That's it.
Okay, y'all. So I am back with another update on the Ashlee Janae Robinson case. So as of yesterday, Ashlee's parents took to social media saying that they created a GoFundMe account with the hopes of raising $50,000 to help them fly to Tanzania to check on the investigation of their daughter's death, and to also fly Ashlee's body back to the United States so they can prepare her for her funeral. Now, after I watched that video, I went into the comment section and I read a comment that somebody left saying that I don't know why they're begging the public for help. Ashlee had her own money. Now, I'm going to address this comment. First of all, before I get started into this, let me say all of this is allegedly, okay? Reason again is that they have not charged Joe McCain with Ashlee's death. So all of this is alleged. But I want to address that comment for a second. First of all, I don't know who that person was that left that comment, but that was a very heartless comment to leave at a time like this. Okay, I'm sure Ashlee had her own money. I'm sure this girl had her own life. She made her own money, so that was never a question. But did it ever dawn to you that Ashlee's parents may not have access to her money right now? So at this point, this family is trying to get to Tanzania to see what's going on with the investigation of their daughter's death, and to also fly Ashlee's body back home. This girl is still in Tanzania. It's going on 2 weeks that this happened, and the parents still don't have the answers to what really happened to their daughter. But let me ask that person that left that comment. Let me ask you this. And you know, let me ask you this. Since you got your degree and you know every fucking thing, why is the parents having to set up a GoFundMe account anyway? Let's just think about that right quick. Why do the parents have to set up a GoFundMe account to get their daughter back to the United States when Ashlee was engaged to a millionaire? Joe McCain is worth over $45 million. Yes, I Googled his net worth. This man is a millionaire. There is no reason why this family should be going to the public, asking the public to help them raise money to get their daughter's body back to the States. Now, a lot of people have gave their different opinions on what they think about Ashlee and what they thought about her dating this white man. As you know, in any of my videos, I could care less. I've never talked about the race of this man and her dating a white man, because that's not even important. Who cares? I don't give a damn if she was dating a black man. No one deserves for their life to be taken away from them. Nobody deserves that. But again, let's get back to the question of why is the parents having to even ask the public for a GoFundMe assistance? Like, why? This man is a millionaire. He should have been offering to help this family. According to Joe McCain, he said that Ashlee did this to herself, that he had absolutely nothing to do with her death. And if that's true, then why are you not offering to help this family get her body back to the States? This man was the one that took her out the country, so he should be responsible for getting her back home so they can give her a proper burial. That's why a lot of us are saying that this man had everything to do with her death, because of the shit that he's doing and the shit that he's not doing. This man has not called Ashlee's parents to check on them, to give them an explanation, to, send condolences, to say I'm sorry, nothing. According to Ashlee's parents, they have not yet heard back from Joe since the day he called them and told them that Ashlee was in the hospital due to something that she did to herself. They have not heard from this man. Now, if you don't have nothing to hide, and if you're innocent in all this, then why are you not communicating with her family? That's the least you can do. These people don't have no answers. They are still here in the United States, and their daughter body is in another continent, and they cannot get to their daughter. And people are leaving nasty remarks like that, like, why is the family begging the public for money? That is crazy to me. But see, this is one of the reasons why I say we got to be careful when we go on vacation in another country. Because if something happens to you while you're in that country, this is something that your family is going to have to deal with. They got to deal with trying to get to that country to help you get out of whatever trouble you went and got yourself into, or they're going to have to try to figure out how to get money to get your body back home. That's something we all need to think about. Yeah, I know a lot of us want to, that's on our bucket list to travel to all these exotic countries and, travel around the world and see the world. And that's great. Nothing is wrong with that. But you have to plan smart. You have to plan it smart. No one ever thinks of going to a different country and not coming back home. Nobody ever thinks about that. I'm sure Ashlee did not think about that. But you know what? Again, we got to learn that there's a lot of places in this world that we just don't need to go to. If we don't have enough money saved or in our accounts, or if our family don't have that kind of money to get to us if we need them. In Ashlee's situation, her parents couldn't get to her. Her parents couldn't help her. And they still haven't been up to Tanzania to see that, to even identify their child's body. None of that. I can't even imagine the parents or what they going through, of knowing what happened to their child, but yet they still don't have answers. They hadn't even seen their child. I can't imagine not being able to get to my child when I need to, because she's too far away and I just don't have that kind of money. So I don't blame them for setting up a GoFundMe. I don't, because I can't even imagine the expense of trying to fly all the way to Africa and then trying to fly my daughter's body all the way back home. I can't even imagine how much that'll cost. So yeah, I don't blame them for setting up a GoFundMe. I really hope that that someone come across this family story that's wealthy enough that can reach out and help this family. It's being said, I don't know how true it is, it's being said that Cardi B, put out a statement. She don't believe that Ashlee offed herself was one of her posts that she put on her social media, and it's being said that Cardi B is willing to pay for the family to get to Tanzania and to pay for Ashlee's funeral. I don't know how true that is. I'm gonna say that is allegedly. I hope that it's true, because this family definitely needs help. Yeah, but y'all leave y'all thoughts down in the comment section. And the person that left that stupid ass remark, stay your ass off the internet, okay? That's what you do. Stay your ass off of social media. Because if you don't have nothing good to say, then just don't say nothing at all. Because that comment was totally uncalled for. All right, y'all. Leave y'all thoughts down in the comment section. We're going to talk about it in the comment section. Child, let me get out this car and go mind my own business. Bye.
We don't know much about Ashlee Janae. But what we do know is that her life was taken too soon after a horrific fight with her fiance, to the point where they feared for her safety and they had to get separate rooms. She was known for living the dream and just how beautiful she was, and the soft life. And again, I don't know much about her before she met the guy, her fiance. But I will say this, ladies, I don't care how much money a man has. I don't care what they're promising you. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. And I'm sure she already had money. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, it doesn't matter how much more someone is offering you. Because to me, from what I've been reading, this is not the first time that it doesn't seem like this will be the first time that they've gotten into a fight. The first time that something like this has happened. So, it's just not worth it. And I pray the situation awakens people to see that no dream life, no soft life, nothing is worth your life.
This is quite random, but this just came to me. I've been looking over the Ashlee Janae, I believe is her name, the influencer who passed away in Africa with her fiance, newly engaged fiance. Just hear me out. What if this is another tactic to start getting black folks to get back in the mix. It's like a universal pull, because we haven't been entertaining anything else but a black woman got killed, potentially by a white man. That would get the black people going, especially the black women going, who possess the highest energy around the most pivotal time frame with all, not all, but more than one planet in Aries. It's just a thought.
One, two, three, four.
You know, this Ashlee Robertson situation is crazy, and people's responses to this have been even crazier. I've been seeing people like spewing, oh, why is everything about race? Why y'all making it about race? This. I hate to be the bearer of fucking bad news. It's always about race. It's always about race, especially in this country. It's always going to be about race because of the fact that this country was built on that, right? And when it comes to white men, historically, white men have committed some of the most egregious atrocities that this country and this world has seen. So knowing that historically, there is no reason that you should not practice caution when dealing with a white man. That is the truth, the honest to God truth. Not saying that all white men are bad. That is not the intent of this video or this statement at all. However, if we know what we know historically, then there is no reason caution should not be a factor when it comes to dating white men. This country was literally built for white men to improve or better white men. It had nothing to do with anyone else. So knowing the power plays that this country gives to white men, not even white women, white men, you should always practice caution, especially if they're wealthy white men who has access to power. That's it. That's that Ashlee Janae situation. And I don't wish that on nobody. I understand people feel a certain way about some of the things she said, which, hey, that's neither here or there. But I still would not wish this on anybody.